Forever. Dog.
I love the idea of Alayna leaving this podcast and going to her fiance and being like, you know, it was just a little difficult today. I love Ashley, but today was, I know, I can like hear it, dude. I can like imagine the full conversation. And then, you know, your fiance is like, why don't you just say something? And you're like, no, I just don't think it's worth.
So, like, sorry, do you want to, like, say that again? Like, now that we're recording? Do you,
I
like,
don't
want
know
to say
what
that
you're talking about.
Do you, like, now that we're, like, recording and everything's rolling, do you want to just, like, say that one more time?
I don't think you want to test me today because we just trashed on WHGS. We just trashed this pod, dude. We just made you guys look so stupid, including me.
Wait, what? How?
We rediscussed the men, I'm using quotes, in lesbian bars, and we just absolutely dunked on your asses. And I knew it was there. I knew it was there because I was like, this is like the chronically online argument. Like, oh, I'm triggered by men. Don't be there. We just destroyed you guys. Oh my God. We just knocked it out of the park. We were so nuanced.
Why is it us specifically? Like, why is it
because to me... And I know you're going to get mad at me for this, but to me, you guys represent the fear of the comments embodied in human beings.
Right. Right. Oh, hey, Mac. I'm taking it in.
And we don't have that on the other pod, and so we dunked. We dunked from the free throw line. We Michael Jordaned.
But is it...
Split. Bam.
Is it a fear of the comments, though, or is it just a difference in opinion? Like, that's what I'm thinking about.
No, because we were right. We were right. We've irrefutable.
That's not how opinions work.
In this case, they do. We had in the comments, a trans man went off and he was like, thank you for advocating for men in these spaces. Like, I feel so uncomfortable. And Kylie was talking about a lesbian who talked shit to her in a lesbian bar because she was bisexual. And we were like, how is that less triggering than a trans woman who hasn't come out to anybody who wants to be in this space with a friend just to see what it's about? How is that person less triggering than a trans woman who isn't out yet? Yeah, Mac. Boom! That's what I'm talking about,
That's a good
bitch.
point.
No, because
But
we
really
made those
point.
points.
No, we didn't.
I think we
No, we
had
didn't.
the same conversation. Just
No, we didn't.
because the problem isn't not out trans women. The problem isn't trans men. The problem is straight cis men.
But
I think we had
why?
that was
That
the,
man does not. That person does not owe anyone an explanation in that space.
No, and I don't think any of us were saying that.
But yes, they are, because they're saying that is how that person is being perceived. And ultimately, this should come down to the people running the space and not a gender identity. How you behave in the space as an individual. We did not reach that conclusion on the other pod.
We did, though, because we were talking about what's the answer, like checking people's gender identity at the door. No, that's ridiculous. I think the conclusion we came to was that be responsible for the people that you bring with you into the space.
Damn, guys, I don't even remember. And also, I just
honestly,
woke up.
I do need to go back and watch, but I did feel very proud. And we should probably cut this, but I did feel very proud of myself.
No, we shouldn't, because it's like...
I did feel very...
It's
now I'm
way
worried
too
we're gonna
early
run
in the
the tape
episode
and
for
it's gonna
this.
be
It's
identical.
early.
It's very
It's
early.
early.
Thank you guys for getting up. I appreciate it.
No, it's okay.
Sorry I dunked on you guys so early in the episode. I'm
You
sorry.
can dunk. This is part of, like, I think it's great. I think it's totally fine.
I hate how mature you are, Alayna. You can dunk on me. It's totally fine that you dunked on me. I just
Your dunk is valid. Your dunk is valid.
Your dunk is amazing.
Because it's not, I didn't feel like, oh, you dumped it. It felt like you said something and then I said something, like we had a conversation. Like, it's not, I don't feel insulted. I don't feel whatever, like whatever dunked on means.
On Alayna? Like, how do you, what
Bro,
is,
I don't even
have
know
you ever
if
been
her
dunked
fiance
on?
knows that.
Because it just feels like even if you did get dunked on, you would find a therapy way to tell me that I didn't dunk on you.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
Alayna, talk about a time you've been dunked on.
Well, I'm trying.
I can
It's
get
funny
dunked
because
on. I've been dunked on many times.
it
Many
reminds
times.
like my fiance has made comments before about how like my like not the words dunked on, but like how my demeanor in these situations, like because it's just I don't know. I don't feel
You're like therapizing yourself.
There
It's
is,
like-
I will say, I have talked to a therapist, like a girl. I speak to my therapist, and then I was also talking to a therapist.
right, like outside
And
of the
it
therapy
can
space.
be really frustrating. It can be.
Totally.
If she's not able, if the person you're talking to is so good at their job that you're like, it's really interesting, honestly. It's like, it's like fascinating because you're not like
Wait.
trying, you don't want the other person to be hurt, but you want to feel like they are I've talked to 2 therapists actually now that and both were very this way where I was like, thank you for validating me. I actually don't need to be validated. I need one of us to dunk on one another and make like real emotional progress. You know what I mean?
Totally. And like that's also there's a piece of really deeply ingrained non-confrontation stuff, not being able to access my anger. Like this is something that my therapist and I will talk
now
about.
I feel bad that I came in so hot and I was like,
No,
I'm gonna
don't-
dunk on you. Get dunked on. Lie down.
And then
And
Alayna's like, I do have trouble accessing my anger.
now I'm dunked on. I've been I went to dunk.
No dunk.
I got reverse Uno and now I'm on the fucking floor and Elena's hanging from the rim and I'm like, how the fuck did this happen? This isn't even my basket anymore. What the fuck, dude?
Oh no! I'm sorry. I don't know what to do.
Oh, I love you, Alayna. I'm just messing around. It is
I
why
know.
you are so. This is why you're here. You know, you're so good at this, and it will drive
Okay.
me crazy for the rest of my life.
We've taken some turns, and I'm not sure where we've ended up.
Yeah,
and
it's
now.
too early for you, and it's too late for me. I'm like
It's so
loosey
early.
goosey. I've had like a whole day, and you guys are
What time is it there?
4 p.m.
That's a nice time.
Oh, that's a great time.
I love 4 p.m.
Best time of the day.
It's
Really?
actually kind of a sleepy time. So
Tell me why you love 4 p.m.
Well, it's like it feels like the day is kind of has peaked, is coming around the other end. We're coming close to like the end of like the relaxing time. So 4 p.m. can be great if you're like almost done. You know, you're like, I've got a couple hours, I got a couple more things. Then 4 p.m. is great. If it can also be sleepy. 4 p.m. can also be like, I'm
Dude,
ready for
it's
this to be
just
done,
4
and it's
PM,
not
you guys.
done.
This is crazy. For real.
No, I
This is
have
kinda
thoughts about
ridiculous.
times. For me,
Yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah.
2:30 is the sleepy time that I'm like.
You're absolutely
2
right about
p.m.,
that.
2:30. I'm like, at my job when I had an office job at Girls Who Code, that or like when I was at MIT, that time would roll around and I'd be like, I should quit and nothing will happen in my life that will be good, and I'm gonna sleep and cry. That was like 2:30 was a rough time of day for me when I had an office job.
What time did you start?
Like 10.
Okay, so 10 to 2.
I have always throughout my life found a way to scam the 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. hours.
I was
I'm
about
not,
to ask you guys.
I'm not doing them. I don't.
None of us are
8 a.m.
really
to 10
corporate
a.m.
girlies.
Yeah,
But when
no.
did...
Weirdly, I think I'm the closest to corporate girly.
Oh, you definitely are. So maybe you can answer this. When did,
Which
like, 9
makes
to 5
no
is the
sense.
traditional. When did the 9 get pushed back to 8?
It,
How
de-
did they
it
fucking
depends
do that?
on the city.
Well, and it's like some people want to end earlier, so they need to do the quote
I was under the
8-hour
impression
day.
that they had to stay until the same time. I'd way
No.
rather start earlier, too.
I worked at a pretty traditional office at MIT, and I said to them, "Hey, I can't, I can't be driving at 8:30. It takes an hour to get here. It's supposed to be a 20-minute drive, and I like want to put a bullet in my brain. So I will be here from 10 to 4 and I will do the other 2 hours at home. And they said yes,
smart.
which was really cool.
Well, and that's, asking is 75% of the battle. That kind of thing.
Are you guys nappers?
I used to be like consistently 3 p.m., 4 p.m. Well, like 2, 3 had
long?
to nap, like hours, had to.
Hours?
Alayna, I'm sorry I dunked on you so hard. And then I am having extreme guilt.
No,
Your
Ashley.
cute little face. I dunked on such a little ducky.
Little ducky.
Little ducky was just standing there and I dunked on
Alayna
it.
is
Why
a
did I
little
do that?
ducky.
Why did
You
I do
didn't
that to little
dunk-
ducky?
You
'Cause it's
came
4
in, you
p.m.,
came in
dude.
hot for the podcast. Hey, welcome to the Chosen Family podcast, everybody. We're your chosen family. Every week we sit down around the family dinner table. We talk about, I mean, it like gay stuff, but also just like I'm not sure what we've been talking about.
Honestly, everything.
We talk about all sorts of stuff. I'm Alayna Joy. I'm your mom.
I am Ashley Gavin.
things are happening in the Riverside.
I am your dad. They're
I'm
not
not
going to see
gonna
this,
say
so we
I'm Alayna
shouldn't.
Joy and I'm Ducky.
Oh.
Look.
Ashley, you have to say you're so hot right now.
I'm always hot. Ugh, I'm so attractive. It's crazy.
There we go.
All right,
Wait, everyone else can introduce themselves?
I did it.
Are you done?
Yeah,
Because you
I'm
didn't say
Ashley
it how
Gavin.
you normally say it,
Oh,
and that's
I didn't
usually
hear
my
it.
cue.
Oh, then yeah, then
don't
maybe
know.
I
I'm
didn't
Mac
even.
and Jimmy. I'm itty bitty baby boo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Correct for once.
Oh, I just got scammed into babying myself.
Yeah, you did.
You guys were like, read the little subtitles below
It
your
was
name.
your idea.
Fucking
I know.
framed me.
You brought it up. There's so much canceling happening right now. Actually, this is a safe space for me to talk about. Here's a tweet that has nothing to do with me that I wrote the other day. Gay people canceling. She hasn't posted about Palestine in 3 hours. Straight people canceling. Well, we found a third body. I think there might be a pattern.
That's
Yeah.
not the fucking
Bro.
There's a different bar. There's a different bar for sure.
I'm
There's
telling-
such a different. It's not even. We're talking about pole vaulting versus. I don't know what a stick on the ground would be,
Okay.
but the bars are in different places.
Yeah.
A twig.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you're gay, you better be limboing under that fucking twig, and when you're straight, oh my god, it is
Yeah.
crazy.
I'm telling myself it's because it's an election year. The people are just kind of anxious, but I also
I
know
don't
deep
think
down
that's
that's
what it
not
is.
true.
I think that I feel like we just have more activism in the community, and so then there are more people that are more aware of everything that's going on, and so then there's more
I think it's purity
like,
culture
outcry for
that has infected the far left, and more queer people are more on the far left.
Guys,
Yeah.
are we breaking
And
this
more
down right
chronically
now?
online.
no, it's
No,
too
no, no.
early.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, you gotta
No.
let me think for a couple minutes.
I have a firm stance that canceling should be what it originally was for, which is when people have so much power that the law
Yeah.
cannot be effective.
Yes.
In
Absolutely.
fact, in many of these
Oh.
cases, the law
I didn't even know that's what
could
it
be
was.
effective. Yeah. There's no point of canceling if the law works. The point of the Me Too movement was that these people were so powerful that there was no other way other than to publicly shame, and public shaming leads to all kinds of problems. It should not be some standard that it doesn't make any sense. It's not restorative justice. It's not, doesn't help people change or grow. It should be reserved for people that have done something beyond the reach of the law because they are so wealthy, they are so powerful, whatever.
Yeah. The justice system is broken. Most of the systems are broken, and so we started by trying to take the power back into our own hands and say, look at all these things that are happening. Look at all these people that are doing these harmful things. Let's have some justice. And then now it's the internet, and it's
Yeah.
anybody.
Yeah.
It's anybody. Anyway,
Maybe on this podcast, you guys should try and do something normal, and I can bring up something that makes you deeply uncomfortable.
okay.
Wait, what does
like, can
that-
you give
what
me an
does that
example
mean?
of something? Yeah, I don't
Like
quite
what just
understand.
like the thing that just happened.
So
Wait,
we're supposed to bring up
what
something.
just happened?
What do you mean something
You
normal?
guys have a conversation, And
Yeah.
then I'll throw something in that is really difficult for us to discuss without making cuts.
I'm confused.
I understand the premise of this, but I do not know how to execute it.
Okay, well, something normal.
I'm going to be
I don't
doing
know
it.
what.
You guys
what-
just be normal.
Okay, listen.
Okay. Mac, do you have any updates?
Well, I was just
Can you
going to
be
ask you
normal
a
for a
controversial question. Okay, that's really ableist, first of all.
We're being normal. We're being normal, Mac, not controversial.
Right.
Feels a little ableist, Alayna.
Yeah, that was a little bit.
Can you
We're
be normal for a
being-
second?
Yeah, we're
What are you
being.
implying
well,
by Mac?
What'd you mean when you said that?
Yeah, what is Mac over here on the dark
what I
side?
mean is that I hope that your baby is happy and healthy. Uh-oh.
Oh, whoa. That was crazy. She just brought up something, Ashley. Did you miss that?
Oh, the idea of a healthy baby. I'm
Yeah.
going to smack people in the head. I'm going to smack a baby in the head. And then you'll know what an unhealthy baby is.
Wait, no, Ashley.
I'm gonna
Ashley, we're in the
smack a
premise.
baby in the
We're
head.
in the premise.
Oh,
We're in
right.
the premise. Okay, Mac, say something normal. Tell me about your life.
Do you actually want me to talk about babies?
No, tell me about your life. How are you?
Well, I'm good. I just got some new fall pillows I was going to show you guys, but they're kind of far away.
Your fall pillows just reminded me. I was thinking about doing a video because, you know, I'm getting married, right? So I'm in the phase of getting married where I've started looking at wedding dresses. And
Oh, that's crazy.
yeah, right?
Whoa.
Oh my God.
Oh, you're going to look
It's
so pretty
crazy.
in a wedding dress. That's
Oh, you have to
so
send me your
nice.
addresses, by the way, your mailing addresses, so I can send you the invites.
Oh my God, I keep forgetting we're coming to the wedding, and then I remember, and I'm like, this is going to be the best day of my life.
Wait, what are you
Wow.
guys talking about? I'm looking up.
Alayna getting married and being in a wedding dress and inviting us to the wedding.
But so I'm at that phase where I'm looking at wedding dresses. So I found one of those like not knockoff, but those like mass cheap kind of websites that had like a ton of beautiful looking wedding dresses. And I'm going, there's no way that these dresses are actually going to look the way that they're presented on this website for this
I
price.
love
There's
this
no way.
video idea. This is
So-
great.
I tried to order like 6 of them because I was thinking I'll order them, I'll try them on, I'll return them. Whatever. No harm, no
Bold
foul.
with a wedding dress. Bold.
You know, yeah, it was bold. Okay, it was bold. They emailed me after I submitted my order and they were like, just so you know, we can't accept some strange word they used, like uncertain purchases or something. They were like, we can't accept purchases that are uncertain and just looking to explore style. So unless you're planning to keep all of these dresses, we can't fulfill this order. Like, let us know within 48 hours or we're going to cancel your order kind of thing. And I was like, what? So long story short, I canceled 4 of them, but still ordered 2 just because I'm like, I need to know if these dresses are going to look anything like the way they look on the website. And it came yesterday. And I just
Have you
noticed.
looked at it?
No, I had to have the package here.
Wait, so are you going to make this into like a YouTube video or are you
Well,
just...
I don't know if it's enough, like 2, I don't know that 2 dresses is really enough for a video anymore. So now I'm kind of like, wait, why did I order these at all? I could show you guys, but
There has to be a way that you can draw that out.
well, I could just
'Cause
order
that's such a
more,
fun
but then
video
that feels
idea.
wasteful.
Yeah, that's wasteful.
To just,
I
like,
can't believe
order
you
a
would even
bunch of-
suggest that, honestly, Alayna. That's so wasteful.
No, that's Ashley's job. You're being normal, and then Ashley has to come in.
True. If you want true, absolute lunacy in a Lifetime movie, fuck these straights. Throw in some 24-year-old toxic lesbians.
Oh my God.
So true.
Yeah.
People, writers right now aren't even equipped to write something like that, I don't think.
No, they're not.
Did you guys watch I Kissed a Girl, the reality show?
No,
No.
what's that?
Wait, how do we feel about reality TV? Is
I
this
love
are you
reality
guys-
TV.
Did you guys watch the new season of Love Island?
No.
The American one?
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa,
The
whoa,
American
whoa,
one.
Whoa.
Phenom. Phenom.
If you're both of
I
you are
would suck
hold on.
Rob's dick. That's
Hold
how hot
on.
that guy is. Holy
Rob?
shit. Yeah. He's a
I've
good
had
looking
enough.
guy, dude.
Oh.
Who are you into? If you had to pick a guy, I'm sorry, Alayna.
Well, sorry, Alayna, go ahead.
Sorry.
The passion that you're showing right now for Love Island with straight people, it is shocking that you have not A, watched or B, heard of I Kissed a Girl. This is Love Island, entirely lesbians.
Did they do it the right way or the wrong way? Because there's a correct way to do it.
I'm a little worried that I haven't heard of it, you know? Like...
Yeah, me too. It's all over the internet. Like, I don't know what I'm...
Gay internet. Keep men out of the lesbian bars internet.
Right, which Mac is on. So... so, I don't know. I don't know where she's been.
Wow, yeah, nothing, like, it's all Katy Perry, I gotta say.
What does that mean?
I'll add TV show. I looked up I Kissed a Girl.
I kissed a girl and I liked it.
No, it's actually so they did an I Kissed a Boy, which was the first season. Oh. And then the second season is I Kissed a Girl.
I already know they don't know what they're doing.
No,
you can't,
they don't know what they're doing.
If you're gonna get gayness, queerness on the internet, it has to be all hot femmes. Period. No question.
Oh, it was, basically. There were a few non-femmes, but mostly hot femmes.
What country was it aired in?
Britain, I think.
Is it like you can't watch it in America? Like, do I need a VPN to watch it?
These are not all femmes.
Yeah,
do
there's
not give
a
me
bunch.
that bullshit.
There's a bunch.
Has to be all femme.
Well, you're
has to look like my porn history.
Vaulting your bar.
I'm chaotic in this episode. I'm
You've
sorry.
gotta watch. Like, if you love.
Yeah, it says there's no locations available for me to watch.
I'm trying to think how I watched it. Oh, I watched it illegally. You can find it online.
Whoa. I have a VPN. I have a great VPN now.
Exactly. You just need a VPN. You can watch it online. Love Island is like, I have a TED talk on how much I love Love Island and how that is like the best reality TV show out there.
I agree.
I Kissed a Girl is essentially Love Island.
How do they divide the teams? How do they couple?
There's no teams. It's just choose. They all just choose. Like at the end.
It needs to be tops and bottoms.
Okay, wait. Okay.
I've already made this reality TV show and was denied because apparently there was some show called Bi Island and my agent was like, we can't do it. Bi Island exists. But then that never got made.
They will have so many of the same straight shows over and over and over again. If you try to make a queer show that has any semblance of relating to a different queer show that exists, the one queer show that exists, because there are none, they'll be like, that's already been done before. They've already seen that.
They don't want it. They don't do well.
They don't.
This whole thing
That's
that like
bizarre to me because it's like
no, they don't do well. Because straight people don't want to watch gay people.
But
that's why it has to be all hot
do
femmes.
well, or is there just not really that many out there? Because I feel like the lesbians would blow it up.
Like, Are You the One? The queer season was the lowest ratings in history.
Dude,
we think
is that true?
Yes.
Because like I feel like that's all people. I mean, in this community, people are crazy about that
we're
season.
in a bubble. No, it's the lowest ratings of all time. People do not want to watch gay shit. They don't.
But gay people want to watch gay shit.
I am the case in point of this.
I want to watch it.
We want to watch it, but other people don't want to watch it.
Well, I don't care about those people. Make my gay shows for me.
What about all the men that love lesbians?
That's why Ashley's saying it has to be
all
hot
hot femmes.
There are hot femmes though.
If
there
you
are
are
hot
gonna
femmes.
Has to be all. If there's one mullet in that crowd, tanks the whole show. The men can't handle it. They're too fragile. Okay.
Why don't they just date
subsidies?
Men if they want to dress and act like men?
Gay reality TV. That's what we need.
We have to have a centrist approach to this, okay? It's not my belief, but what you have to do is you have to have you know who can be masked? The host. The host can come in.
Oh, see, the host was like a hot lady, not even a lesbian, which was like, come on.
I think that's generous. I think the boat driver on the way to the island can be masked.
The boat driver on the way to the island is already lesbian on the straight version. Hey guys, I'm Joey. Thanks for getting on my boat. I'm going to be driving you to Love Island today.
Oh my God.
Don't stick your arm off the side of the boat. Where's your life vest?
You guys should watch it. You should give it a try.
This is not a great episode. I'm not going to lie. We're not doing a great job today.
What do you mean?
Because I'm being too toppy and it's 2 8 a.m. on your side.
It's the 8 a.m. and the 4 p.m. divide.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, I'm having
Alayna,
fun.
did you watch Love Island though?
Yeah.
The new season? You
not
did?
not the new season.
Oh, you haven't seen season 6.
No, I've been too busy watching all the gay reality TV I found.
This Love Island USA, this season, probably the best Love Island season of all time. Definitely top 3.
Where do you watch
gotta
it?
be
Did you
honest,
watch
I
the
think
season with Davide and Ekansu?
Yes.
Alayna?
Yes.
Liar! It's better than that season.
Yes. That season was good.
Yeah, well, this is better.
This is the only season I've watched of Love Island.
Unreal.
Oh, Mac.
It's been good though.
Yeah,
And
it's the best reality TV
simultaneously,
show
the
out
British
there.
one was going on until very recently.
Better.
Another phenomenal season. But
Better.
Love Island USA.
Well, I might be watching other
Rob,
seasons.
Leah, Janae, the girls.
But Rob.
Okay, I've got to watch the new season. No spoilers.
Yeah, you have to watch the new season. We can't talk about it right
The
now.
girls
but
make it. And the boys, oh my God, Aaron and Kaylor. I could go on for hours about that.
dude,
I cannot wait
Aaron
for the
and
reunion.
Rob. Aaron and
Rob. I would just absolutely love to watch them penetrate each other.
I feel like it happened on the island and they're just not showing it because it would
Rob
complicate
jumping in
things
the
too much.
pool. Reality moments like that where like Clayton jumped over the fence on The Bachelor, like those, I live for those. I
Yes.
live for them.
Yeah. Oh my God. Because I wish that people
Wait,
weren't
you
so
don't,
afraid.
you don't find Leah as repugnant and toxic as Rob? I like find them both like insanely.
No, I think that
both,
they
like-
both are.
they both.
but
I like them both. I quite
seem
like
to
them.
dislike Rob more because I think that he's a worse actor, I guess. Like if he could play the role better, I think I'd like him more. But when
Well,
he like has these
he was
moments,
just himself, and so was Leah.
I don't know that I believe that.
Leah, if you met Leah in real life
Hey,
with her little Kardashian family,
listen.
you would find her to be very difficult to be around.
I don't necessarily know that we'd get along. But I don't watch her on screen and I'm like, is she faking this? But
you
when I
thought
watch
that about Rob?
when I watch him like have his moments where he like randomly breaks down, I'm like, did I miss something? What's happening?
He's not capable of it. They are both wonderful and need a lot of therapy.
Wow. Okay. Well, maybe I need to finish the season. I have a couple episodes left. Okay, sorry, Alayna.
I found us a question.
Oh, okay.
Alayna's had it. Let's talk about for a second.
Oh my God. Where do we get our questions?
Do we think-
Patreon.com.
Is a Zionist.
Why don't we do the question?
Okay, where do we get our questions? Patreon.com/Chosen Family Podcast. We have a private Discord, and that's where we get our questions from. You guys are the reason we can do this every week. Okay, this is a question that I actually find really interesting. What?
Nothing.
Guys,
I'm just such a little stinker on this episode.
You are. You are. You are. And now the hat is backwards, which is extra stinker.
I love the idea of Alayna leaving this podcast and going to her fiance and being like, you know, it was just a little difficult today. I love Ashley, but today was, I know, I can like hear it, dude. I can like imagine the full conversation. And then, you know, your fiance is like, why don't you just say something? And you're like, no, I just don't think it's worth the chemistry.
No, so the question is, do you guys have an internal monologue? Do you think in words or in concepts, images, ideas? Because I have a constant running monologue, like sometimes multiple monologues at once, constant chatter in my head. Not everybody has that. So what do you guys
have? That, Alayna, or the question person?
I have that. I'm saying that I have that. The question person's just asking.
And that sounds like hell.
Yeah, I don't have that either.
So what do you have? I can't even imagine.
What do you mean?
Like, what's it like in the internal space of your mind? Like, what's happening in your mind when you're, let's say, not talking?
Sometimes nothing, honestly.
But what does that
Sometimes I'm
mean?
just
Nothing?
sitting.
Like,
I'd
but
love to be in there, dude.
yeah, like what does that
Sometimes
mean?
I'm just
Nothing.
sitting, dude.
To me, my thoughts are not words. So to call it a monologue,
Yeah, like
would
pictures.
Be, yeah, it's not pictures either, but it's like closer. It's more like experiences.
That's
Like
someone
I'm-
said one of the examples they gave was ideas, concepts, feelings.
Yeah, I guess it would be that.
Yeah, I think I'm closer to like sensations in my body, and I definitely get lost in thought a lot. You
Yeah.
know, like. But mine aren't words. Are your like they're words?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like someone's talking in my head. Like it's like a monologue.
If I start talking in my head, then I start saying it. So like it doesn't stay up there, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I would say if I'm talking in my head, it is an active.
Yeah, like I'm brainstorming.
I'm almost
then I'm also
practicing
probably-
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't
Wait, so-
imagine sitting and the idea of what are you thinking about? Nothing being true does not feel real to me. I understand it is, but I have never had that experience in my entire
I
life.
understand why that would feel foreign to someone. I definitely, Alayna, have you ever gotten out of the shower and just like stared at the wall for a while?
No. No.
I mean, I think it's less likely that you're truly not thinking of anything and more likely that your recollection of the experience is that you did not think anything because it wasn't worth remembering. It was like so melancholy or so mundane that not melancholy, mundane was what I meant. And that you just don't like me and my girlfriend talk about this all the time because she'll be like, "Oh, do you remember when blah 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 happened?" And I'll be like, "No, I don't remember that because it was such a small part of the experience that we had and I was focused on bigger things that were going on." And she remembers all these tiny little details, but I don't remember them at all because I'm like, that's just what happened while we were there, but I didn't make myself remember it. If that makes
I guess I do think in pictures.
So if
Sorry.
if both of you imagine you're like just sitting somewhere, or Ashley, you're like out of the shower, you're staring at a wall, and your partner comes in and they're like, "Oh, what are you thinking about?" Would there
No, there's
actually
definitely
be?
I definitely have times
Wait.
where it's nothing. Yeah.
Wait, let me ask you this. So when we just heard this question, did you visualize yourself sitting staring at something, or did you start talking to yourself like, I wonder what I think about? Like, do I think when I am sitting by myself, do I think about blank, blank, blank? Or did you just imagine? Because I just imagined myself sitting on the couch staring at the wall.
Yeah.
Like I got a picture in my head. I wasn't like, I wonder
And
what
I had
do.
a subtle kind of physical recollection. Like you know what I mean? Like it's more of a memory
yeah.
or like an experience than a picture.
Yeah, experience is good because you're right, it's not really a picture. It's almost, it feels like it's moving, but it's not also. It's not a still image, but it's also not a full, like, there's not 24 frames going every second in this video.
No.
I definitely have images. Like I have memories. I have lots of images, but there's it's always paired with a narration.
Yeah. Narration, I think, is interesting. I have what I would describe as ruminations. I would say if I'm extremely stressed out about something,
Yeah.
if I'm thinking about how I responded to an event or how I would have argued with someone or, you know, like then I'll get into almost a play in my mind.
Yep. Yep.
That is the closest to narration, but even that doesn't feel like pure narration. I don't know, Alayna, how that rings for you.
It rings very true, but it's like, and this is probably my own neuroses too, but it's like constant. Like there's kind of that constant play happening about everything.
Bro, are you okay?
Like, no. No. No.
That sounds like severe anxiety.
Well, hey, I was tested and that's the word they used.
Yeah,
So,
I
yeah.
mean-
It's gotten better with the meds. So
Yeah, for sure.
that's helpful.
Well, it'll be interesting to hear how everybody else thinks in the comments down below, because trying to describe this is also incredibly difficult.
But to me, rumination feels like a distinctly different thing. But if you're ruminating 24/7, maybe that just feels like thought.
Yes.
Bro, are you okay?
Yeah. What you just described feels accurate.
I guess if you're ruminating 24/7. Are you good, dude?
I'm not ruminating 24/7. Trust me, I have had phases where it feels that way. But like, I was so like, those were such lows in my life that like, I knew I couldn't live like that. You know what I mean? Like it was. That's why I'm really worried about Alayna.
No, truly the medication has helped, but it's like as you're describing it, I'm thinking about like, even I remember years ago, like I think I was 18 maybe when I figured this out, that like to go to sleep, I have to pick something to ruminate on that's like not too challenging. And I've done it ever since. Like when I go to sleep, and that's where climbing has been really helpful for me, because when I go to sleep and my brain, is spinning out of control, I pick a climb that I'm working on so I can ruminate on the climb. And
What
that's
what
like
happened?
quiet enough.
Your parents seem so nice.
They are.
Like,
I don't know.
What happened?
I don't
Picking
know
something
what
to think
happened.
about to fall asleep is, I do that too, but I think about kissing.
I used to do that too. That's when I was younger. I used to do
I definitely have nights where I'm especially anxious that I less pick something than I say, hey, is this a helpful thing to be thinking about right now?
I make a whole
doesn't
scene
stop
and
it.
I'm like living in that, and then I'm just asleep. So it's great that way. But I don't know that a climb would be interesting enough to me pre-sleep. I think I'm too used to the kisses.
How often are you? Every night are you thinking about the kisses?
Every night I'm thinking about the kisses, dude.
I think that would like get me going. I don't know that I could.
Sometimes
fall
it
asleep.
does,
But then
but
I feel
honestly,
relaxed.
it doesn't always escalate in my head though. It's usually just like chill kisses.
This is like nice.
Just some little kisses. Nothing crazy. Little kisses.
I love this.
No biggie.
Is it always?
Yes.
I'm just wondering. If I were her, I wouldn't be offended. I'm gonna text. I want to find out if Jen.
Yeah, you should ask.
I think that's what makes me feel so relaxed about it, is that it is her.
Yeah.
If it was somebody else, I'd be like, why the fuck are you up there right now?
Like,
I would be
yeah.
amped up.
I don't know why I'm asking Jen. Jen falls asleep in like 30 seconds. Her head
course
hits
she
the pillow,
does.
and she's.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
she's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
when you're as perfect as Jen, you don't have to worry about falling asleep.
You don't
with
have
mine.
thoughts.
Same with mine.
Yeah, what's Jen's internal thought process
yeah.
like?
Ask
Jen, like,
her.
this is so funny about Jen. I know her internal thought process. Hers is so. I would love to live in her brain, dude. She is the opposite of what we have going on. Jen needs to work on like looking at her feelings and being able to talk about them and like analyze her inner being. She has a. We
It's
are
so
opposites
interesting
in
how
that
we've
way.
picked the partners we've picked.
Yeah. So like one time I rolled over, or kind of early in our relationship, I rolled over to Jen and I was like, I've been thinking a lot about how I experience joy and really leaning into joy. And then Jen said back to me, she was like, oh, I was translating the Backstreet Boys from English to Spanish.
Ashley, the way that I understand what you just said is like you are described like I'll be like I thought about, there was a conversation that we had last week and I realized I had these feelings and I think this is where they came from and I think this is what happened for me. What do you think? And she'll be like, oh, I was reading an article about like where ketchup is made. And I'm like, what? She's like, well, I was watching a show and like I just wondered.
She also like that what I would say is like one of the more intellectual thoughts that Jen has had. Jen is an archive of every TikTok sound that has ever been made.
Okay.
She has an illness.
Right.
She's like one of those, if you like begin a word, she can finish the TikTok
She's got
sound. She can give you one phoneme, she can finish the TikTok sound. So like she is usually like her brain, she's like one of the smartest people I know, and also her brain is I would love to be in her brain.
No,
I would
see,
love to be in there.
Mine is she's always like she's always reading something, like she had a question. Like she'll be watching something and she has a question about something that's happened, and then she's like looking it up. It's not TikTok sounds and things, but then I'm always like, wow, you must know so many things, and I'm just here thinking about the time I was sad 3 weeks ago. Like, what?
My girlfriend will look up the weirdest stuff and she knows everything about everything. Like, we'll be driving around and she'll be like, did you know
I saw that
last week they just changed that sign from green to yellow because the local bar around the corner wanted their colors on it.
We're in the back seat, and like we started playing a game where we would point at something and be like, Mac's girlfriend, that one. And she'd have a fact. She'd know the history of the building. We'd be like, what about that one? She'd be like, well, that actually used to be a museum, but then now they changed it into it's a theater. And then William Defoe the Third was there, and like
William Defoe the Third,
yes,
lesser known brother of Willem Defoe the First.
See, I don't have room. I'm too busy having feelings. I'm too busy having feelings. I can't know names. No room for history. No room for celebrities. There's no room.
I would just like to say I made this episode really difficult, and I'm not going to apologize for it because I'm afraid I'm going to get in trouble if I do. But if that was a problem, then an apology is in my back pocket waiting.
Mm-hmm.
But if it wasn't a problem,
I don't think it was a problem. Thanks for listening, everybody.
What do we have for dinner?
What did we have for dinner?
What did we have for dinner?
See, even that right now, what's happening in your brain? Me, I'm running through a list, like menu items. What are you thinking? What's happening in your
imagining
list?
your faces talking about different things.
I don't know.
I was kind of
So
I was kind of like non-tangibly going through what we talked about, trying to create an association.
Yes, same, but like in words. Like I'm like re-listening to everything that we talked about, and then pulling out like,
what are the words?
What are the words? I hadn't gotten that far, honestly. I went to ground beef, which makes no sense. That's what was the first thing that came to my mind.
It absolutely makes sense.
How?
Beef. And like the idea of pulverizing, because it was like we had it out.
Yep.
See, Alayna, I could be it there. I could do it.
You could do it. You could do it.
I'd be a horrible therapist. Me just kind of standing up above them on the couch, being like, you're just being a little bitch and you have to confront the problem.
Yes. Just
We've been talking about this for 3 years.
The answer is talk about it. The answer is tell them.
All right, then beef, I guess.
We had beef. Ew. Okay. Thanks for listening, everybody. See you next week.
Chosen Family is a Forever Dog production, hosted by Ashley Gavin, Alayna Joy, and Mac INGEMI. Edited by Danny Jewell, executive produced by Mariah Nicholas. Forever Dog Productions is Joe Cilio, Alex Ramsey, and Brett Boehm.
Forever.